Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for taking the time to join us in our Zoom call here. Now, before we take any questions from the reporters, I just want to thank the Montreal Canadiens organization for taking me on in their pursuit for the Stanley Cup. I'll be joining them as their new GM. We're looking forward to getting it going and getting this team to where it can be. Now, to take a question from John Johnson here. Yes, hello, Mr. Blizzard. I would like to know what are your plans going forward for the Canadiens. Where do you stand with Carey Price, Shea Weber, Gallagher? Are these guys are they still the core guys for your team? An excellent question there, Mr. Johnson. Yes, I do plan on keeping most of these guys. I really do want to keep that core of the Canadiens together and hopefully build from there. We're always going to try to add new pieces and see where we go from there. Next question from Jane Turner. Yes, hi, Mr. Blizzard. I was wondering, does your team consider itself a contender right now? Do you guys plan to push for the playoffs, or are you going to aim for a rebuild? Oh, a solid question there as well. Obviously, we'd always like to consider ourselves contenders. We do want to make the playoffs every single year with the Canadiens, and it's kind of going to be a process. We just came off the playoffs, so hopefully this team can still continue to push. All right, next question from Kev Trevors. Yes, hello, Mr. Blizzard. I would like to know, do you plan to go out for any big acquisitions, bring in any big name players? Another solid question. I mean, we have a lot of star players already on this team. There's always potential to bring in new teams, but again, with the cap crunch and how hard it is to work under the salary cap, we're always going to be very cautious into the big contracts we sign. Now, I want to thank everyone for their solid questions. Thank you for joining us on this Zoom call, and we're going to get started on getting this team to the playoffs. Thank you, everyone. Hope you have a great day. Hey, welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. So I hope you enjoyed that little Zoom call skit before our video. We're hopping straight in here. We've got the Habs franchise mode ready to start. We'll take a quick overview look as to how the team is set up. I did a little bit of modifications before we started here. So let's just hop straight into the edit lines just so you guys can see what we're working with. So I've got Drouin, Dano, Gallagher as our first line. Then we've got Thomas Tatar, Nick Suzuki, Josh Anderson. Then we have Arturi Lehkonen, Kotkaniemi, Armia, Hudal, Byron, and Wheel. Now, on that fourth line, originally there was Dale Weiss. But the line had like a -3 chemistry. So I brought up Jordan Wheel, sent Weiss down to the minors. That way our lineup's not losing any chemistry and they look decent. For those of you curious about some of the rules, I did turn my injuries down to 5%. I find it's the best potential way to play a franchise mode because then you're not constantly hammered with injuries, but you do get some injuries. On the defensive end here now, I've got I like having left right on because they had Petrie set up with Weber, but to be frank, I prefer a left-right setup. So I've got Edmondson with Weber, and then I've got Sherratt with Petrie, and then we've got Kulak and Cale Fleury, and then in goal we've got Carey Price with Jake Allen. So your typical what your team's going to look like right now. I'm hoping to be able to contend with this. In another franchise sim, I had the Canadiens make it to the playoffs. I'm assuming there's going to be a couple trades here and there down the line. And as always, when we have a franchise mode, your support in the comment section is always important because I do read the comments and I do like taking your support. Now, how this is going to work, obviously, I think we'll probably, because a full season can take a while, we'll probably break it down in a couple episodes. Playoffs, I'll try to jam them into one episode and do the same with like free agency and off season. I'll jam that all into one episode when we get there. So the season may break down over hopefully two and not 3 episodes. but we'll see how it goes. And you know what? If we go maybe a couple months and we realize the team is struggling and we need to make some changes, well, then I'll come to you guys, see what you propose as trades, and then we'll take a look. And we can even do fine trades, see what trades are available. And before I pull the trigger, I'll plop them through the video. That way you guys can all see them and bring in your input. Because, you know, that's the most important thing about a franchise mode, in my opinion, is that yes, I control it, but at the same time I get your opinions, and because you guys, the viewers, are what enjoy it. So, going forward, so we'll leave proposed trades for now. The team, I find, is going to be good to set up and start it, so I'm just going to, I'll forward 1 month. We'll take a look at the players, how their breakdown is going, and from there, we can always make adjusted changes. It's gonna be interesting to bring back a franchise mode. It's been a while since I've done this on YouTube, so I'm gonna be rusty. I'm gonna make mistakes, and I hope you guys call me out on it. You know, for the most part, it's important to me, and so we've got a lot of trades that will probably pop in here. I'll have to readjust my my trade block maybe to decrease the amount of trades I get in, because, you know, not everybody I want to trade away, you know. And if there are trades you guys see on the screen and you think could be interesting, let me know, and again, I can go back and take a look at them. So we went 4-2-1 there in the preseason. For those of you who caught it on the screen, I know it went by pretty quickly there, but 4-2-1 is not bad. And then we start the season out with a win there over Toronto and lose to Pittsburgh. So, you know, rough start to the season. We're already 1-2. But I think these Canadians, if anything, they'll make it to a wild card spot. All right, so we've got Julius Honka here, 24-year-old defenseman, 77 overall. Has the potential to be a top 4 defenseman, but he's on waivers. Now, has good acceleration, so I think this could be a defenseman that may be interesting to bring into the lineup, maybe at least for the minors, since he's on a 2-way contract, has 1 year remaining. We can bring him in. Yeah, he's a right-handed defenseman, so a right-handed defenseman is always good, in my opinion. So I think I'm going to put a claim in here. We'll take Honka, and I'll stop the simulation just to go get him into at least into the minors lineup. So we're 3-3 and a big 8-1 win there against the Blues. So that's actually a really big win. Brendan Gallagher so far, 6 points in 6 games. We're going to head over here just to edit the lines. I want to make Honka part of that minor lineup. Also, if you want to see the minor lineup, it'll be here quickly on the screen. I won't run through it because it's not... you know, for the most part, I just do the best lines here for the minors, and they'll take care of themselves here. Though this is a little concerning. Maybe let's try Honka here over Yulson. There we go. At least this way, we're not losing any line chemistry here. Just, you know, just to be sure. We got Kincaid and Primo. Kincaid and Primo. Where is Kincaid and Primo? Where is Charlie Lindgren then? Oh, he's up here in the NHL. Okay, I was wondering where Lindgren was going to be. That's fine. We'll leave him. We'll leave him up in the NHL. No need to send him down. If we've got Kincaid there, at least, you know, that'll be a good backstop. I think Kincaid can do a good enough job to get the minors running. You know, no stress there. Alright, so we're being offered Travis Dermott here, who right now does not have a contract. So I'm less inclined to take on players. Is that back-to-back? That's a 6-2 win and an 8-2 win. Wow, that's a lot of goals scored for us there in those last couple of games. So like I said, I have a feeling these Canadians, there's 2 wins in a row there. So we're sitting, from the quick view there, I saw we were sitting in 3rd. Because that, you know, the panel here in the calendar section goes by really quickly, so sometimes you get a quick look at it. So we're 7-4, 14 points, good for 3rd in our division, only 2 points out. You know, so 2 points out of that first position. So, you know, nothing crazy yet, but we're looking good. I'm comfortable with this team so far. We've got Tatar and Suzuki running the show. They've got 15 points each. Brendan Gallagher got 12. Josh Anderson, who IRL, a lot of people are worried about him getting points, has 12 on that second line right now. Koken Niemi's got 9, and I'm obviously I'm just kidding around there. I know it's Kotka Niemi, but I always liked Koken Niemi as a joke for his name, but so I digress. Then we've got Lehkonen, Danault, Armia, Drouin. Webb's I'm a little disappointed he doesn't have more points than that, but honestly, the team's looking good. Cale Fleury, honestly, I'm not expecting him to get a lot of points, but being a plus 12 on the third pairing, I'm 100% comfortable with that. As for our goalies, well, Carey Price is 7-4. Jake Allen has 1 game played. I'm assuming he came in a relief effort when we were probably getting blown out, but yeah, must have been because he played 40 minutes. So very, very interesting there. But so far, Carey Price 7-4. 1 shutout, a 918 save percentage. So he's got a lot of weight on his shoulder. I know I do have auto rotate goaltender, but these seem like normal numbers for Carey Price. He'll probably put the team on his shoulder and just carry the team. One thing I didn't get a chance to do is I wanted to do a slow sim at the beginning of the season, and I totally ran right through it. So we'll skip the first period and the second period here. Johnny Drouin getting on the board. Braden Holtby, who's no longer with the Washington Capitals, but obviously these are not updated rosters. But yeah, Braden Holtby, Vancouver Canucks. What do we think about that, eh? All right, Ovi gets the tying mark on Carey Price, and we'll let the third period roll out here. Kind of a tough one there to take there, 2-1 after having the lead, but you know, these Canadians, oh, okay, Suzuki's getting us back in it, but nothing to write home yet about, you know, maybe a late one. No, unfortunately not. All right, well, we're gonna lose 3-2. You know, I don't hate it. It's a good game. You know, obviously, having the lead, and then, you know, it was a one goal lead. So a 1 goal lead, you're comfortable basically losing it. So that's fine. So we're gonna go to the end of the month here. We'll leave it off here, and this will be the plan. We'll keep her short and sweet for the first episode. We'll do 2 months, and then let you guys get your thoughts. And wow, there's a 4-game losing streak when I thought our team was doing good. Oh my, 5-game losing streak. Finally getting a win against Vegas. Okay, that losing streak was really tough on the team. That's really tough on the team. Ethan Bear is a decent defenseman, but they're asking for me to give up a lot here, and I really like Ryan Poehling. I have high hopes for him. These boys got to turn it around here. So there's a quick turnaround. We go from Brock Nelson, not really something I want to bring in right now. Okay, so we lose 5, win 5 in a row. 6 in a row. So that's honestly, I don't know what happened out there, but this team, they have the tools to make it work, in my opinion. In my opinion, they have the tools to make it work. So we're sitting in a wild card spot because the Metro there on the other side, apparently they're having a tougher time, so that's okay. 15-10. 15-10. Thomas Tatar has 35 points. Oh my. Oh my. 35 points. You love to see it. It's Nick Suzuki as well. All right. My. So in his second year, he had 41 points last season. Is almost in 25 games has almost surpassed his point total. Whew. Brendan Gallagher, unfortunately, is dropping off. He was up there in the pace. Same thing with Josh Anderson. They were in the pace with Suzuki and Tatar, but Tatar and Suzuki have really taken off. They're doing really well there. Shea Weber has climbed the ranks, so you like to see that. I'm very happy about this. Johnny Drouin, unfortunately, has fallen off a little bit. And then the rest of the team is following suit here. But I'm really happy to see Shea Weber picking up his point totals as a veteran defenseman. He's got 56 shots. That's pretty incredible. Now, where's Fleury? I want to just see. Like, I know he wasn't getting many points. No, he still only got 1 point, but he's still a plus 10. So I'm very comfortable with that. I'm comfortable with that. Like, we got offered Ethan Bear. I thought maybe that could be a good pickup. We'll have to revisit it at another time. Carey Price's save percentage has dipped quite a bit, 13 and 10. So not the best record from our starting goaltender, but at least Jake Allen is holding us in tight. He's got 3 wins. It's looking pretty good. So I'm more than comfortable with this. So we're gonna leave that there. We'll take a quick look at the standings here just to see. So like I said, we're in that wild card spot. We're holding on to it for the last spot right now. But for the most part, you get 2 wins, we're up in the top 2. If these guys can lose 2 games, we win 2 games, we're up in the top. Same thing if we win 3 and Buffalo loses 3. Losing streaks happen. So this is the most important part, is that we're not out of it. And like I said, for the Metro, the 1, 2, 3. So those guys are set. But coming up behind us, you've got the Rangers and the Devils, and for them to catch us, right, 3 points and 4 points. They got to win 2 games. We got to lose 2 games. So these are possibilities. But I think at the end of the day, this Montreal Canadiens team is going to be pretty good. We're rated a 92. We're considered buyers. We'll see come the trade deadline what we want to do. Also, if you guys haven't seen the trade deadline yet, do we have a screen for you when we get there? I think next episode we could, we can get through. No, we won't do it. But I think next episode we can get to the trade deadline and maybe include that as at the end there. We'll go for a longer episode. We'll keep this one short and sweet. This is the starting episode. This team is looking good. Thomas Tatar, Nick Suzuki, the heroes of this one right now. Very, very, very strong start for the Canadiens, I think, in my opinion. But of course, look forward to hearing your opinion and seeing what you guys got to say. So, in terms of how these videos are going to come out, they're, this video is out on a Thursday. I'm thinking I can probably produce 2 a week. So that's going to be the hopeful that we get 2 episodes out a week, and then look for Be a Pro episodes as well that'll pop up during the week as well. So if you guys are into that, drop us a like and drop us a sub. All right, guys, take care, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.